Diddy's legal battle just took a shocking twist. Let's break down the latest. Diddy is making another desperate attempt to buy his freedom. After the judge rejected his $1 million bail offer, his legal team came back with a jaw-dropping $50 million bail package. He's currently locked up at Brooklyn MDC, waiting for sentencing in October. His lawyers argue that since his convictions weren't for violent crimes, he shouldn't be stuck behind bars until then. Diddy was found guilty on 2 counts under the Mann Act, which makes it illegal to transport people across state lines for unlawful purposes. While bail rules classify this as a violent offense, the actual charges didn't involve direct physical harm. Still, that technicality is what keeps the judge cautious. One of the biggest red flags in this entire case is witness tampering. During the trial, several witnesses testified that Diddy and his associates tried to interfere with their statements. Security members like D-Rock were accused of approaching people tied to the case, attempting to sway or intimidate them. The jury was not sequestered, going home each night, leaving them vulnerable to outside influence. That's exactly why the judge has been so hesitant about granting bail. He knows Diddy has both the money and the network to reach people who testified against him. Prosecutors argued that even under bail, he could use his power to silence victims or twist the case in his favor. The court sees him not just as a wealthy defendant, but as someone who has already shown a willingness to tamper with justice itself. Prosecutors brought in testimony from Cassie and another woman, Jane, describing aggressive behavior from Diddy. They also highlighted the infamous 2016 hotel hallway video showing Diddy lashing out at Cassie. But the jury didn't convict him on direct assault claims. The case wasn't filed in California at the time, so the statute of limitations had expired. Even Diddy's own lawyers admitted that if this had been purely a domestic violence case, he likely would have been guilty. That admission now hangs over his bail request, reminding the judge the evidence of violence still exists. Outside the courtroom, Jaguar Wright and Al B. Sure have publicly exposed what they call decades of abuse and manipulation by Diddy. Jaguar accused him of running damage control campaigns, derailing evidence, intimidating witnesses, and re-victimizing people. Al B. Sure broke his silence in a documentary, aligning with others' warnings. Diddy's success was built on control, intimidation, and silencing those around him. Their message is clear. This isn't just about one trial. It's a pattern of behavior ignored for years. For years, insiders claim Diddy bugged rooms, planted cameras, and recorded everything at his infamous parties. Hundreds of cameras may have been seized during raids, documenting celebrities, politicians, and executives in compromising situations. These recordings could give him leverage over powerful people, explaining why some stayed silent. If the tapes surface, they could trigger a massive fallout across Hollywood, hip-hop, and politics. Some insiders even call him the Black Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry. Some believe the Fed's main target wasn't Diddy himself, but the tapes. Prosecutors could have pursued stronger charges, guns, RICO, racketeering, but instead built a weaker Mann Act case, allowing them to raid his properties and seize evidence. High-level insiders allegedly knew the tapes existed and wanted them secured quietly. If true, Diddy isn't just a defendant, he's a vault. The real story may not be whether he goes to prison, but who else could be exposed if the tapes go public. To get bail, Diddy must prove he's not a flight risk and not a danger. Lawyers promise he'll surrender his passport, wear an ankle monitor, and risk losing $50 million if he flees. Prosecutors argue the bigger concern is behavior. Diddy has a track record of intimidation and manipulation. Even time served may not reduce the minimum sentence. The mandatory minimum likely ensures at least 5 years behind bars. The judge faces a tough decision: release him now or keep him locked until sentencing. The public is divided. Critics say ordinary people wouldn't get a bail hearing in Diddy's position, highlighting a glaring double standard. Supporters of the accusers urge the court to prioritize victim safety over wealth. Social media debates add pressure. Some celebrate leniency as a sign of influence. Others see it as proof that fame bends justice. This isn't just legal. It's about power, privilege, and accountability. With sentencing set for October 3rd, Diddy's fate hangs in the balance, and the stakes could not be higher. Prosecutors have already rejected his motions for acquittal or a new trial, making it clear that the convictions stand as they are. His defense continues to push for leniency, but the courtroom isn't just weighing arguments. It's weighing years of behavior, influence, and alleged manipulation. Civil suits loom large on the horizon. Many predict that once Diddy serves, or even while he's incarcerated, additional victims may come forward. These could include both women and men, bringing fresh claims of abuse, intimidation, or misconduct. The domino effect could be enormous, especially as more people feel empowered to speak once the spotlight is fully on him. And then there are the notorious blackmail tapes. According to insiders, Diddy allegedly recorded hundreds of hours of footage at his parties, capturing celebrities, executives, and politicians in compromising situations. If federal authorities continue to investigate these tapes, or if their contents leak, the consequences could be seismic. Careers could be ruined, reputations destroyed, and scandals that have long been buried might finally surface. Beyond the legal fallout, there's a cultural one. Diddy's incarceration raises questions about power, privilege, and accountability in entertainment and beyond. Could wealth allow him to manipulate the system? Could influence shield him from justice? Or will the full weight of the law finally catch up to him? For now, Diddy remains behind bars. The trial may have ended, but the story is far from over. With sentencing imminent, civil claims brewing, and the potential for explosive revelations from the tapes, this case could reshape perceptions of celebrity, power, and justice for years to come. One thing is certain, this isn't just about Diddy, it's about the intersection of fame, wealth, and the law, and how far one man's influence can reach before the system finally holds him accountable. Did Diddy try to buy his way out? Or is this just the beginning of something much bigger? Comment below and let us know what you think.